Hello, welcome to Music and Stuff. I'm Rob Lewis and it's Quantum Wednesday. Is that working? Is it sticking? I don't know. And I'm working my way through Quantum Leap from the very start. And last week was Double Identity. And today I'm talking about the colour of truth. Now, I'm from Great Britain. I'm from the UK. And we spell colour C-O-L-O-U-R. I appreciate that in the United States of America you have dropped the U. As a mark of respect, I have in the thumbnail and the title I have used the American spelling of colour, even though it pains me to do so. Yes, the colour of truth. It was first broadcast on the 3rd of May 1989 and starred, of course, Scott Bakula as Sam Beckett and Dean Stockwell as Al. And the story's set on August the 8th, 1955. We didn't know this yet, but that's actually Sam's second birthday. The episode was written by Deborah Pratt and directed by Michael Vijar. Deborah Pratt, of course, who goes on to be the narrator and Troyan and Ziggy in the future, and is the wife of Donald P. Bellisario, the series creator and producer. August the 8th, 1955. Sam leaps in to Jesse Tyler in where is it? Arizona? Alabama. In Alabama. What was the place called? Red Dog or something? Red Dog, Alabama. Anyway, it's kind of a little bit driving Miss Daisy, but he is Jesse Tyler, a black man living in 1950s Deep South. He is the sort of butler and chauffeur and kind of general assistant, personal assistant to Ms. Melanie Trafford, played by Susan French. And it was the first time that Sam leaped into a person of colour. Not the last. But Sam seemed surprised, which is weird. Al wasn't surprised. But yeah, so he leaps in. At this point, he doesn't know he's black, and of course, although he lived through those times, he was so young that he probably wasn't that aware of what was going on. But he sits down at the lunch counter. This is seconds after he's leaped in, so he didn't know, and that of course upsets everybody in the small town. It's interesting because I've often wondered what happened in the original, because Sam did that. Sam sat down because he didn't know he was black. Jesse obviously would have known that. Jesse wouldn't have sat down. So maybe the whole episode is one big falsehood and shouldn't have actually happened. But yes, that's what happens anyway. Ziggy suspects that, or predicts that he's there to save Ms. Melanie from being killed at a railway crossing the next day by her late husband's cemetery. Of course, Sam's actions trigger the good old boys, the white folk in the small town, and they don't take too kindly to it. We have a burning cross, we have an attack on his granddaughter. It doesn't help when Sam is caught drinking from a whites-only fountain. I mean, it's unbelievable, really, to think that stuff happened. That'd be a good time for this. Hello, Holiday Rob here from Croatia. Just want to let you know, if you're enjoying this video, thanks very much for watching, but don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and of course the alarm notification bell so you know when my videos are coming out. And if you're interested, I've got social network stuff, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, not Twitter though. And I've also got a Patreon, so you can find me there. It's in the description. Links for everything's in the description. And yeah, I'm going to hand you back again, because otherwise Studio Rob gets frustrated. Yeah, as I was saying, it's shocking to think those were the attitudes of the time, and scarily coming back. It's going that way. It might not be there yet. It might not be at the same level, but those thoughts are still there. They're still prevalent in people. You've only got to look at what's happened in the States the last few years and what's now becoming fashionable here in the UK. It really, really is scary. The hate that people have just because someone is a different colour. Like, it just seems so pointless. What is the point? Ms. Melanie generally seems to treat Jesse with respect, still kind of obeying societal kind of customs and expectations, but she does seem to treat Jesse with respect and actually fights his corner as well when his granddaughter is run off the road by racist attackers, and she does speak up when Sam takes her to a white hospital, and because she was the widow of a governor, state governor, she says you take her in, you get her better, and they listen to her. They do. This episode is it's very powerful, very moving, and it wasn't the last time that they touch on racism in the show. It happens a few times, and every time you think, why was that still a thing? Why is it coming back? But yeah, I like the character of Ms. Melanie. Does she hear Al? Because Sam's arrested, and Al basically screams at her to stop before she's hit by the train, stop the car before she's hit by the train. And she does, she stops, almost though, did she hear Al? She thinks it's her late husband talking to her. Yeah, it's a great cast, a great setting, the visuals, superb, the location work, everything. Really, really strong story. And I think I appreciate it more now than I did years ago, because I don't talk about this very often on this channel. I used to be quite right-wing, not as drastic as the characters in this story, but I certainly shared some of the same thought processes. I can't remember when that started to go. Specifically, there wasn't like one event that made me change my mind, change who I am and how I thought, but it did happen, and I'm a much better person for it. Maybe it was years of watching Quantum Leap and things like that and learning lessons from it, but either way, I'm glad that I have come to the other side of it. Life's too short to be filled with so much hate. I don't understand it. I really don't. But back to the story. Well, again, actually, that's a good point. This is what stories like this do. It gets people talking about it. It gets the conversation going, and that's why it's important. It puts it in a fictional setting, but they're real emotions, the real feelings that are happening, but with fictional people and fictional settings. But Sam thinks he's there to kind of kickstart the civil rights movement, but like Al says, it happens anyway, But I like the fact that he addresses that. The image of Al in the prison cell singing "We Shall Overcome." It's a very, very well written piece of work, this story. Has the first and not the last uttering of the N-word in the series. We do hear that a few more times later on in the series, the N-word. I don't know how the actors dealt with that. I mean, this was the 80s as well. I don't even know if there was such a stigma with the word then. Wow, this has got really serious, hasn't it? That's not what I intended to do, but like I say, the stories like The Colour of Truth, and then we've got What Price Gloria, Black on White on Fire, Justice, Running for Honour, what's the one from season 5? Liberation. All of these stories, they do get the conversation going, and I think that's really important. They get you thinking about things you may not have thought about before. Americanisation of Matchco Mackenzie is another one. That's what makes this show so great. That's one of the things that makes this show so great. Because I got into Quantum Leap when I was 11, 12. Same time I got into Kiss, funnily enough, roughly. And I remember thinking at the time that Sam Beckett and Al, they were not superheroes, but they were heroes of mine. You know, every week Sam Beckett would risk his life to save someone, you know, to do the right thing. And I really got behind that. So I think having that character with these morals and that ideology maybe did help shake that right-wing mess out of my head. It wasn't an overnight thing. Wow, I didn't realise this episode was going to turn into such a personal kind of confession. Here we are. I'm better now. I'm a much better person now, I have to say. There you go. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to give The Colour of Truth a 10 out of 10. Just like last week, Double Identity, a 10 out of 10. 2 back-to-back, strong, solid episodes. And 10 out of 10 for different reasons as well. You know, very different reasons. I love the acting in this story, the writer, everything about it. Yeah. And I think it's regarded as one of the greatest episodes of the story. Oh, Jimmy's another one. Greatest episodes of the story, of the series in general. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, that's it for me. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks very much for watching. What's it next week? Kamikaze Kid. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Catch you later, Bill and Ted.